Today is day 23 of trying to become a successful musician, and it was a pretty busy day. We started at 10 a.m. I linked up with two of my friends who are part of a band called Foom, and we spent 8 hours straight just brainstorming content, coming up with ideas, and it was really fun because not a lot of artists are willing to really sit down and learn the nitty-gritty when it comes to content, but they were super receptive, and it was interesting as a teacher watching the gears in their head turn as they came up with their own ideas, or like as they were editing the video, starting to put two and two together, and I was like, oh shit, this is what I used to be like when I was first starting. And I'm also really grateful that I have a good relationship with them because they do a lot of amazing in-person live events in the local scene of South Florida, which is something that I have no experience with. So when it is time for me to do more shows and do more local events, I know I can lean on them and they're gonna have some slots open and help me out with that. After that, we got some food and went to our friend Matt's crib. As we were driving there, I randomly decided to say, yo, let's just make a mixtape tonight. Let's just make a whole mixtape. We did not make a mixtape, but we got 2 full songs done and we kind of had 2 unfinished joints, but it was good. It was a very productive session. It's always good to get that practice in. We ended up staying there until like 3 a.m. One thing I'm kind of disappointed with though is that even though I've gone up in followers, I'm almost at 10K now. I gained 7,000 followers in the past week. There's been almost 0 transfer to Spotify, which is super weird because I get a lot of comments saying that they're listening to the album, they're listening to the music, but my Spotify monthly listeners has only gone down. We were at 4,500 last week and now we're at about 3,800. So a little disappointing, but that's kind of how it goes sometimes when it comes to content. You can't really control everything. So although my Spotify streaming isn't doing too well, I'm a little bit optimistic because I feel as though my connection with my fan base, although it's small, it's very, very deep. And the people who do listen to my music, the people who do watch my content on social media, I feel like we formed a really strong relationship, especially because I don't really ask for much. I don't try to sell anything. I've never sold anything. I think my fans are at a point now where they genuinely want to root for me to win. They just want to see me be able to do what I love and be successful, and they want to support me. Although we're not at that point yet, like if I dropped merch right now, I don't think it would sell out. If I dropped an album right now, I don't think it would do too well, but I think we're right about to hit a boiling point where things are going to start going crazy soon, because even though the streaming is down, on social media, everything has been up. Today, for the first time, someone DM'd me on TikTok asking me for advice when they said something like, I mean, what I'm really trying to say is, dude, I really want you to be my mentor. And that was the first time someone has ever used that word. They asked me to be their mentor. I just kind of gave them some general advice, sent them a couple links to videos that I've personally watched that helped me. And I was like, look, man, if you genuinely really want me to be your mentor, I would have to charge you for it because it would take too much time. In my head, I actually don't think I would mind it that much. I kind of like the idea of opening up a school account and maybe having, you know, people in the RPG Academy. You know what I'm saying? I think that long term, that's what I would have wanted to do anyways. Maybe starting sooner isn't the worst thing in the world. But I learned today through teaching my friends my content strategy and my frameworks that teaching in and of itself is a whole new skill. Not just selling your teaching services, which is another skill, but just teaching alone, like making sure your clients actually find success. Because I don't feel like I found success yet. Although some of my clients might say, well, I just want to get to wherever you're at. I don't even know that I could get them to where I'm at right now, replicatably, you know what I mean? Maybe I could, maybe I couldn't, I don't know. I could at least get them to improve a lot more than where they currently are, but it would take a lot. I don't know that I'm willing to go through all that headache and switch my whole business model instead of trying to build a fan base to just building a clientele list. I'm so tempted though because I'm so strapped for cash right now. Tomorrow I'm actually about to go job hunting because it's a desperate situation. I have a maxed out credit card that I can't use anymore and I am actually broke now, like broke. So we'll see how it goes. I don't want to switch up the strategy too much, but I am in a pretty desperate situation. I really do need money and I have a skill set that I can monetize. I'm just holding back from it because I know it would derail the main purpose. We'll see how it goes. That's what's going on in my head right now. As always, if you're new here, welcome to RPG. My name is EJ, and we've got a long way to grow. Peace.